We are live. Hello, puppies, and welcome back to another episode of the Isle of series. So, tonight is, as you guys have seen on my social media, Isle of the Wolf. And I should have been wearing one of my wolf shirts. I'm wearing turtles, a kind of like an opposite spectrum there. But spoiler alert, wolves are my favorite animal, as well as Life with Two YouTubers. And so I was kind of just super stoked to just pick out all the pictures leading up to this show. So helping me tonight, I have another co-host, and that is the lovely Life with Two YouTubers.
What is up? I couldn't miss out on Isle of the Wolf. It's my favorite jam, man. Just saying.
And our guest tonight is the wolf himself, Tony. Hello.
Hello.
He's got the looker ready.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on.
Thank you so much for being on. We are so honored to have you. Thank you.
Oh, please.
Simon, what are you doing up? Isn't it like...
Yeah, I'm like, there's Simon. What?
Hey, Simon.
It's got to be like 5, 6 a.m. for Simon.
Hey,
like,
you know what? If he can stay up until 5 a.m. for Gray Man stream, he can stay up for ours. There you go.
Hey, Caroline. Hey, Tony.
Hello, everyone.
All right. So are you ready to be ambushed for tonight's show?
Okay. I took notes. At half the time, I'm going to be like this.
Printed
Like,
Hey, I
page.
knew your penmanship is gorgeous. All
when I
right,
was a kid, I could cheat.
I'm going to do a showstopper right here just to be a big pain in your butt. All right, Tony. I want you to draw something. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
kidding. I've been up against you on Lamer Frame, and you kick everybody's butt. And
I
I'm
don't know.
just like,
I do not kick everybody's
you
butt.
do. You're so good. Are you kidding? I'm always really sad when you're not on. So,
Oh.
all right, go ahead, host. Go ahead.
Are you sure? I mean, I don't know if you've gotten everything off your chest yet.
I'm good.
All right. So I have an array of questions for you tonight, Monsieur. And I wanted to start off with something that I don't think everybody knows about you. And the question is, what do you do for work, my friend? What does your job life look like?
Okay. So I work for a hospital group, South Coast Hospital Group, up here in Massachusetts. And I am on the infrastructure I am considered a networking engineer.
Ooh.
And I work with the team for the infrastructure of the group. So mainly my job is I take care of one hospital out of the 3 is my main hospital, and I spread out to the other hospitals as needed. But I work more with construction. So we're always building, we're always changing. So I work with the construction side, almost like a project manager on the IT side. So I'll go into the project, I'll help design, they let me know what they want, and I'll design. I'll take the prints, and then okay, this is what you have, what equipment you have in here, I'll design that. So then I give that to the electricians, whatever. So here's all the data, all the phones that you're going to go there, and then we work with the team to get it going, to do the changes. I also take care of the upkeep of that hospital and the other 3 hospitals. So if a department needs cabling, I'll take care of that. If they need changes, if they're a meeting, they need questions on, I'll take care of that. But mainly, I take care of the infrastructure of that hospital.
Dang, man. Now, you went to drafting school. Did drafting school affect your career choice?
Well, a couple of things affected my career choice. One, I went to drafting school. I went to drafting school in college, and then I went to a trade school to get more help, to get more experience. At the time, I was actually a environmental chemist. I did that for 3 years.
Dang.
And at the same time, when the internet was just I had a little internet. I was an internet provider in the area also. So there wasn't cable. So everybody dialed a number, and you connected to
Right.
a modem, a bunch of modems, and then you get onto the internet. So I did that for a while too. So I was doing 2 jobs. During the day, I was doing the internet, and providing internet prime bandwidth. I had customers in Puerto Rico. I had a bunch of people, local people, and at night I was doing the environmental chemistry. I did that for like three years. Then one day I twisted my ankle,
Oh no.
and I went to the doctor for it. And basically he looked at how they look in your eyes, to see about
Right.
how, and he looked in my eyes, and he stopped, and he looked at me, and he did it again. And he said, lay down. He shut the light off. He gave me an EKG, the whole 9 yards. He says, you're not going to work. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not going to work. I got to go to work. I got to work tonight. He goes, no, you're going to the ED. Why? Because your blood pressure is up too high. So I went to the ED, and when they hooked the cuff to me, it was like 160 over 180, 180 over 200. They didn't know why I hadn't stroke out. And I was like, so I was in the CCU for a week because they couldn't keep my blood pressure down.
Oh my gosh.
So I had a friend working at the hospital, and he said, there's a job opening here to work on my team to do this kind of stuff. So basically, that influenced my career more than I could draw, and I could read a print. So that helped. That basically, being in the CCU for a week is what turned my ship into working for the hospital for over 22 years.
So if you hadn't have twisted your ankle, you could have very well have the high blood pressure could have very well have affected you if you hadn't have gone to the doctor during
Well,
that
and
time.
did they put you on medicine or
Like-
like?
I take 4 pills a day.
Oh my gosh.
But there was always they were giving me straight nitro at the CCU because that was the only way to get my blood pressure down, which gives you a massive headache.
Oh.
So, but eventually I got a cocktail of different pills I take, and I take those, and it keeps it down now.
Wow. And you have to take them like forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah, every day I take 4 pills.
Oh, you can't eat like more avocado or something and get this up.
My uncle had the same problem. It's just the way we are.
Wow. Gosh, that's
But
intense.
that twisting my ankle basically got me into my career where I'm doing now.
Wow. And I have to say, what you're doing now doesn't sound any less stressful than what you were doing before.
No, it is stressful. I mean, I don't know. It is stressful because you deal with people who don't know what they want. I've been doing it so long, is I get the print, and I'm already mocking up the print before I get to the first meeting, because I already know what they need. Certain areas need certain things,
Right.
and it's more like they need to verify what they want, and then I'll tweak the print after that, because they don't know. They just take for granted what they have, and they don't see what's behind the screen, what they need to make that work. That's all.
Right. Dang, man. I did not think, because I knew you had gone into drafting school, so I thought that had already kind of
well, that's
shifted
how
where
he wins
you were
Lame or
going.
Frame all the time.
Oh, well,
I mean,
once I knew you had actually gone to a sketching, I was like, oh,
well,
that
what
makes
slams me is
sense.
that you're always being accused of cheating all the
I
time.
don't cheat.
No, you can legit draw.
You see,
so-
Everything's either a circle or a square or a rectangle or a
Dude,
triangle.
all you need to do is just point the camera down and prove to all of them you're not
You know
cheating.
something? You're right. I'm going to buy a second damn camera,
Right.
and I'm going to put it on the paper.
Yeah.
So that anybody else has it. My friends here joke to me that my daughter is sitting on the floor drawing these things, and then she just hands it to me so I can show the picture. So
Well, you know who did that last week was Tacoma. Yeah. So he drew this awful stick figure, and then Nathaniel was sitting right next to him, and he totally held up Nathaniel's picture, and I was like, that's dirty, not cheating. Because Nathaniel is really a
Nathaniel's
good
really good,
artist.
yeah.
see, there you go.
Yeah. So Anyway.
Okay. Slightly more of a fun and goofy question. What kind of films and movies do you like to watch, my friend?
Don't say horror. Don't say horror.
No. I just did the thing. I like more old stuff. I like thriller, suspense, but I like the old stuff. I watched, even when I was a kid, it was always the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, 60s, older stuff, and then as you get older, the 70s. But it was always the black and white. It was never the color. I liked the story more than I liked the explosions. So it was always the older stuff. I like the old detective stuff. I like the old cop stuff. I like the older cowboy stuff. I guess I don't know, the westerns, but it was, and I love a good comedy. So it was all that stuff. Nowadays, everybody, even talk with Rod today, and if you go to Rod, playback for Rod, it was a great show. They were talking about horror, and I'm like, and I'm not into horror. It's all the old stuff. Even if it's badly written old stuff, I like the old stuff. It's more writing and acting than explosions. Now it's explosions. Before it was writing and acting.
I'm not that old.
That's so mean.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh boy.
So would you say, I'm just glancing right over that. I'm going to open up a can of worms with that one.
Okay, so I just have to say, I know you and I established this earlier, Tony, but Sherlock Holmes, Basil Rathbone,
Nigel.
You just stole my thunder.
I'm sorry. I'm just showing those to the kids. And, I think initially you thought it was kind of nerdy. Because it was like in black and white, and you're like,
but that's not the first black and white film I've seen, though.
Well, but this was like a series, and that kind of thing.
I thought it was going to be good. See, my problem is I just have a hard time following along. Because they'll be talking so fast, and it's just kind of like, wait, who are they talking about? What's going on?
This would be a perfect opportunity for a car to blow up.
Oh my God.
Not everything is Lethal Weapon. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Everything should be lethal.
Well, I mean, now that John is here,
but yeah, because you have to listen, and I mean, they're not the greatest movies in the world. Don't get me wrong; those movies will never win an Emmy, but they were just great to watch, and great to listen to.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was going to ask you, what is your favorite detective and Western movies? Can you pick
Western?
one?
Okay, let's go more to detective because I lean more towards a detective.
Well, I don't know. John's saying that you'll strip. I'm just that caught my attention.
Wait, hold on. You can always kind of strip down, but yes, that is true. I could, yeah. I didn't know if that was a good thing for this channel, but yeah, that is true. I have no problem ripping off my shirt.
Yes, this show just got so much better.
Well, let me have a few more of these. I mean, we still got time. It's only been 13 minutes in.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rita.
I'm still waiting for my answer.
Okay, back to
detective movies. That's your favorite.
So I'm more thriller detective because even as a kid I always liked to watch. There were like old movies in the 30s and 40s. There was the Charlie Chan movies, right? There was the Mr. Moto movies. There was the Mr. Wong movies. I mean, Boris Karloff was Mr. Wong. Mr. Moto was what's his name? Hold on, I'll go back to my notes. Peter Lorre. But anyways, I knew that. It took a while to kick in. But anyways, I love watching that type of stuff because I always wanted to solve it before the end of the movie.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I still do that now. My wife yells at me all the time because I tell her who did it. What, you do that?
I'll guess who it is. Yeah, we both will guess, and one of the two of us will get it right.
Oh, yeah. My brother will come over and he's all proud of himself because he wants to show me a mystery. And I'll guess like a quarter of the way in who he is, and it pisses him off so bad. He's just like, ah.
Yeah, it gets to a point, like, and you watch the old shows. I mean, this before your mother was even born, like the old Columbo stuff.
Yes,
yes. Dang it, stealing my thunder again. I have my notes here.
But anyways, you start after you watch. They're all written by the same people in those days, and it was always the same rhythm. And you realize the first person they interview with questions is actually the person who was the murderer who did the crime. But anyways, I like that old stuff because there was a story to it. No matter how stupid the story was, there was a story. And that's what you're there. You're watching the movie for the story. That's how I am. You're not into the bang boom pow type of things. But yeah, westerns.
You like a lot of westerns though, which is a lot of pow.
I like to listen to a lot of westerns.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I like to listen to the I am such a boomer. I like to listen to the old radio shows where you listen to, like, Sirius has the old those are great movies right there. The old spaghetti westerns, which was a good amount right there. They're great. But I like to listen to the old radio shows, and there's a lot of westerns in the old radio shows. Right. And it's easy. It's a half an hour, whatever, and you get to you're driving, whatever, but you get the whole thing in your head. You're listening to what they're saying, but the movie's in your head. It's not in front of you, and I love that.
It's like the same as reading a book, yeah.
Yeah, it's there. The old spaghetti westerns, I love those. John had it right. But I'm more of a detective kind of guy. I'm
surprised you haven't mentioned Danny Kaye yet.
I love Danny Kaye. Come on, the guy was awesome. Did you ever watch one of his movies?
Who in the hell is that?
Danny Kaye?
You must have done some sort of research or something.
I did do research. Yeah. I don't know if I've seen one of his movies.
Wait,
actually.
Which one of us is older? Like, I didn't show you. I
don't know. It's possible, maybe.
Did we just?
But I don't.
Maybe a little bit. Like,
I love a Danny Kaye movie. I'll blow everybody off to watch a Danny Kaye movie.
Well, you didn't blow us off, so.
No, of course not. Only because I didn't see one unscheduled. I didn't see one. But anyways, no, I love a Danny Kaye movie. The guy's great.
Have you seen them all?
No, I doubt it. And if I have, I wouldn't.
A lot of stuff. I looked through his movies, and he's been in a ton of stuff, man.
Yeah. He was big in the 40s, 50s.
That was before my time, but apparently not before yours.
Oh my God. Hey, we're always
Rena's like 9.
Okay, you're always saying I act like a grandma in the way I talk and the stuff that I like.
Watch The Court Jester because Rathbone's in that one.
Oh, well, that's good to know. We'll have to touch of evil.
It's a
but you stole both both my shows. I was gonna poke you about Sherlock Holmes and Columbo and see if you had seen either one of those yet.
Oh, I think I've seen like every Columbo there is. Okay.
Do you have a favorite one?
No.
And all the ones from the 80s. I think they
were
the 70s.
Have you seen the movies?
And then the old ones, because there was like a
he
came
back
in the original one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there was Mrs. Columbo for a little while.
Oh, please. Don't, that's just garbage. Come on now. Kate Mulgrew. No.
Come on. She was on Star Trek.
I hated her there too. She's the worst. She is William Shatner. She is the William Shatner of women. I am just saying. But William Shatner can rock it because he's William Shatner. She just sucked. Anyway,
evil.
Sorry, and if any of you are Kate Mulgrew fans, I deeply apologize. She's just not my jam.
I heard she's going to come back she's going to be doing another Star Trek.
Pop quiz, and you're not allowed to answer this. Does anybody know what Columbo's first name is?
Ooh,
You can't.
I know. Pick me.
I do.
I don't think I do.
Neither one of you are allowed to answer.
Anybody? No Googling.
Tony, you better not be
no
on looking it
Googling.
up. Somebody's gotta guess it.
Yes, Catherine Janeway, Caroline. Yes. Hi, Glitter.
Oh my god.
Oh, you know what? We watch Magnum PI too. Oh,
we
Higgins.
do.
Higgins is a huge.
Oh yeah, who doesn't? Who didn't watch Magnum PI?
Oh my god. Yes. You cannot. You are cheating. You're
You know what? I'm
disqualified,
just-
Tony. Just go ahead.
I'm
Raymond.
just no.
I know it. I know it.
What is it?
Frank.
Frank. Yes.
I'm gonna turn it
Love
over to
Google.
Cade real quick.
No, his first name is Lieutenant. Lieutenant.
Okay.
Lieutenant.
All right. Hey, I'm dropping out. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Very good.
You got another
All
question
right.
for me? You got another question? I'm sure she got it written down there for you.
All right. I have BBA99's Fire Facts.
Go for it.
All right. So, fact number 1, always the best fact, is that Tony's favorite color is red. Red is amazing. Yes. Number 2 is that Tony does not like roller coasters. I am on your side with that one. Terrifying. Just absolutely shatters my bones.
Why don't you like roller coasters? Where did Mom take you to where you discovered that you hated roller coasters?
Space Mountain.
Yes,
Oh, you know why? I went on Space Mountain.
It was very twisty, turny in the darky.
I almost fell out of the Space Mountain.
Oh.
I was probably drunk at the time, but that's another story. But anyway, I sat in the front seat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it goes this way, right? And there was one part that it goes like that, and I was kind of relaxed because that's what happens when you have. Yeah, okay, anyways, that's another story. Anyways, so I went like this. I went forward, so I was like, my head went towards the front of the cart, and I pulled myself back, and I was like, I don't like this. It was spring break. Oh, geez. Spring break. Jeez. I graduated in 83, so it had to be in the 80s. And the guys actually dragged me onto Space Mountain. And they put me in the cart, and they put me right in front, and they strapped me down, and I got strapped down. And then we did the whole thing, and honest, I went forward. My nose almost hit the cart itself, and I got pulled back. And then you ask me why I don't like. Then you say, the fact is Tony doesn't like roller coasters. No, because I almost died on a roller coaster.
Well, Cade had never been on a roller coaster before, so it scared the bejesus.
Trial by fire. That was the first
Yeah,
time I screamed.
Hop on one, just one, just so you say you did it, and then this is the reason why I hate it. You can't hate something if you haven't tried it yet. I'll give you that much. You can't just say, you can't be afraid of something you don't know. So hop on a roller coaster, get it done. If you still hate it, then you know why you hate it. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Okay. Fact number 3 is that you have a gluten allergy, which is a big oof. So you can't have bread and all that stuff. Pastries. Can't have pastries, donuts. I'm gonna go find a donut.
Both my kids just had their birthdays.
Oh. ...
And my son was born. My son is October 6th. My daughter is October 8th.
Oh.
But I'm not a sweet person. Well, I'm a sweet person, but no, I'm more of a savory person. So I'm not into pastries that much.
Right.
Me either.
So it does throw one question before we're jumping to question 4 before question 3 real quick. What is it like living with a gluten allergy? Because I don't think I've actually known anybody who has like an actual gluten allergy.
At the beginning, it sucked.
Right.
It sucked because you can't have pasta. You can't have regular pasta. You can't have regular bread.
I would die.
You got to look
I'm
at
a
everything you
pasta
eat
fiend.
because every wheat or a gluten is put in foods as a thickener.
Mm.
So everything has to be looked at, and so at the beginning it sucked. So, but eventually now they're starting to do gluten-free this and gluten-free that. So now I can have pasta. Now I
Right.
can have bread. That's not the greatest, but it's better than it used to be years ago, right?
Right.
I couldn't, even like beer, whatever, you couldn't, so you have gluten-free beer now, so
Right.
everything's gluten-free. No, there's always a variety. You're just going to look. So at the beginning, it sucked. You realize you can actually go to McDonald's or Burger King and order a sandwich without the bread. Did you realize that? You can order a Big Mac without the bread.
I did not know that.
Wait,
Exactly. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? They don't charge you different, but they give you 2 patties and all the stuff there, and you got to cut it with a knife. It's not worth it. But you know what I'm saying?
Right. And don't worry, John, I can't have much chocolate anymore either. I'm not allergic, but I can't eat it.
Makes you sick.
It makes me sick. I can't have chocolate anymore.
Really?
Yeah. So, John, you're not alone. I feel you.
So you can ask me about my favorite foods. That was number 3.
That was number 3. And it kind of worked out well because he has them printed out.
He's attention. I love it. Oh my god.
He has them printed. He has them.
Hashtag most awesome.
I was gonna say, with the gluten allergy in mind, what is your favorite food then?
Meat.
There you go.
Just meat.
I love a good Portuguese steak.
Now, what makes Portuguese steak different from regular steak? Because I actually had to Google this and find out.
Really? Okay, Portuguese steak it's not like a big sirloin or something. Some places they beat it to make it thinner. But you get the steak, it's cooked with wine and all that, and the garlic and all that. And then you get an egg on top, and then you get the fries. And the Portuguese people love carb, so you get the fries and you get the rice. Oh yeah. Anyways, and then it's topped with garlic. And the gravy
Garlic is like a food group.
Yeah.
It is. I just love garlic. It's good for you too.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that somewhere. Anyways, so and it's and you just sit there and just eat. That's awesome.
Simon wants to know how you like your steak.
It could be a little bloody. I don't care. Just as long as it's not moving. I don't do hooves. Put it that way.
And yeah, no, I mean the Portuguese steak itself actually sounds, it's almost like a steak stir fry because you have the egg, you have the rice, you got a lot of good things going in there.
She looked up the recipe.
Steak stir fry. What's a steak stir fry?
Stir fry, where it's like you cook a bunch of stuff up into the pan,
No, you cook everything separate. The stir fry is like you chop everything up and that's a stir fry. That's not a stir fry. You cook a steak. You make the egg.
So much on the plate.
You make the fries. You make stir fry.
You got
all together
on top of it. It's not like it's just the steak. There's an egg sitting on it. I mean, come on.
Yeah, there's an egg. Oh, okay. I'm gonna find you a picture.
Now, would you rather eat it for breakfast or for dinner then? Because
yeah. There's. You hate eggs?
So does she. So I mean,
I will eat a deviled egg all dang day if I make it.
I love deviled eggs.
No, I lost my taste. I used to love eggs when I was little, but now I can't eat them anymore.
And ketchup used to be a food group for you. I mean,
like, ketchup. I don't
crunch and ketchup.
No.
I like ketchup, and that's a no.
No, I used to really like eggs. I used to really like ketchup. I don't eat sauce anymore, guys. I don't eat sauce. I don't like condiments. And I can't eat eggs.
Hold on, my hand looks better this way.
Okay, that's true. I do like Freddy's fry sauce. That's the one sauce I'll eat. Hey, Gretzky.
Wait, eating sauce or drinking sauce? Considering it's kind of
You drink sauce?
Fire sauce.
Fire,
You
no.
can drink with a straw.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
These two are spicy fanatics. I take a slice of spicy cheese and I need to go get milk. It's
That's because
terrible.
mayonnaise is also gross. I'm just pointing that out. Sorry, Hylia. if you're
mayo's-
watching.
I like mayonnaise.
No, mayonnaise is a big fat nope.
Why?
Because it's just it's white and lumpy and
Stop.
Oh, mayonnaise is great.
No.
And when
Mayonnaise
you
is
take
the-
it,
You nearly made me gag. Do that again.
on top of it. Nice long red pepper.
See,
Well-
Caroline's with me. Caroline knows. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's right here, look.
Yes, Glitter is a vegetarian.
And come on, tell me that doesn't look like it was put together for like a stir fry situation. Like, come
Okay,
on.
I'll tell you. That does not look like it was put together for a stir fry. and we see there are flat fries. Those are Portuguese fries.
Ew, Gretzky, why?
Huh?
Tuna fish and mayo are both nopes in their own right. Why would you combine them?
It's called tuna fish salad.
No.
You see what I have to live with? See what I have to live. No, I'm not a big tuna fan either. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
No, she finds it blasphemous. I don't like ranch dressing. I mean,
You know what? I find it blasphemous that you don't like beets or asparagus or mushrooms or broccoli or
okay, so maybe I have a very healthy aversion to vegetables. Okay, that's not
There's nothing healthy about that.
I don't like fruits though. I eat fruits. I mean, it's the fruits, the labor. Come on.
I eat fruits.
Hey, it's still healthy. Come on now. But no, because like you had specifically said Portuguese steak, and I'm like, that's so specific. What is the difference between? So no, I totally had to like look it up and look up like a recipe listing for it just to find out like what made it different.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't have a lot of big Portuguese people over. A large group of Portuguese people on your side. Over here, you can't throw a rock without hitting a Portuguese. So I mean, we got you got the restaurants, and they do the Portuguese steak, they do the carne asada, which is pork and little necks. They do shrimp Mozambique, which is shrimp with a sauce with rice. It's a little spicy. I don't know. It's a little spicy. We have chorizo here, chorizo and linguiça, which is it's a sausage, and the chorizo is more spicier than linguiça because the chorizo comes from the Azores, where the linguiça comes from the mainland. That type of thing. So, it's what we have here. We got a lot of Portuguese people here, so we tend to you eat a lot of the ethnic foods.
Right.
Is that a cat?
Yeah.
So
Biting
sorry,
mom's
he's
arm.
biting the heck out of me. He's such a stinker.
I know. Somehow we always end up making everybody hungry when they watch our show.
Well, hey, go get a recipe and make it yourself, and you tell me that I'm wrong. That's it.
Hey, I'm not saying that it won't taste good. I compared it to a stir fry,
Which is
Probably
totally
not in my
wrong. I'm
best
sorry.
interest, apparently, yes.
Okay, hold on, I'll go this way.
But I think we will wrap it up there before people start spamming food emojis in the chat.
Come on, a ranch and pineapple pizza.
Maybe if it's thin crust, maybe if it has jalapenos, and I'm really intoxicated, Russ, then maybe. Then
We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it right there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Do you want me to take my shirt off now?
Oh, I have no doubt that a lot of people would like to see it coming, but we're good. Oh God.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you for making it the perfect ending to our show.
Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. Anytime.
Oh, anytime. Awesome. And on that note, we will see you all later.